It strikes me that you're pretty strong in sales. I mean, you're persuasive, you're energetic for sure. And I know it happened earlier in your career, but how often do you pitch and it gets rejected? And then what do you do after that to evaluate the process of the pitch?
Well, usually my first reaction is if they say no. My first reaction is, well, they don't get it. Glad they didn't say yeah, because that would have been a hell working with them because they'd have never got it.
So true.
Yeah. And then after I, come off of that, if I deem maybe that wasn't correct, I'm back to what I was saying earlier. Oh, maybe I didn't write it right. Maybe I didn't sell it right. I don't lose vigor and vitality and belief in the original idea. But if that crosses me as an absolute truth, I know it is. I may never achieve it. I may not get around to realizing it and creating it, letting it become a tangible thing, but I know there's something there. So that's part of what talk about staying hungry. I'm staying hungry on the 100 ideas of going like, I know there's something there. I'm not giving up on the original idea. I've just still got to figure out, well, how do I realize it? How do I add on to it? How do I pitch it in a way? How do I talk to the right people to go, oh, this person could help with that. This is actually what this could be. This could be a business. This could be a nonprofit. This could be entertainment. This could be educational. This could be inspiring. This could be enlightening. All those things. I don't ever lose belief in the original idea because when that crosses me, I know there's a nugget of truth there. I know it's true.
There are some people who spend their whole life trying to meet a hole in their psyche or their heart, and they're chasing success, and then they get a trophy, and then they need to get a bigger trophy, and they need to get a bigger trophy, and their entire life they never wake up.
Right.
And I think we all start that way. We all have something that we're trying to build our own empire because there's something that we're compensating for. We're trying to figure out, do we have what it takes? And then there are some people who wake up and they shift to a life of, all right, I'm fine. Now, how do I add value? How do I make a contribution? How do I help other people? It's very clear to me that you've made that shift. You're all about,
I'm working on it.
Well, you're doing it. It's in your book. It's in the vulnerability and how you tell your stories. It's in the humility that you have. It's clear that you're not, and of course, we all want to continue to grow and be more successful, and we have our own needs that we're trying to meet. But I really have the sense that you're wanting to make a contribution for your family, for your community, the stuff that you're doing at UT Austin. It's very apparent that you want to make an impact more than just make the next trophy on the wall. When did you get to that point? Was there a moment that was a defining moment, or has this just been kind of an evolution? Was it a season?
I've always instinctually, and that's what's in the book. The book is full of stuff that comes to me at 2 a.m. It's what I do. It's how my mind works when my mind can do whatever it wants. It's not stuff from a classroom. It's not stuff I went to study. It's not a film set that I said, oh, now I'm going to do this thing. It's how I try to see my engagement and relationship with the world around me, with people, successful relationships with my past, successful relationships with our future, or successful relationships with people, businesses, goals. And I've just been trying to write down things, hopefully share in the book that I believe there's a science to satisfaction. I don't think we can ever find the answer, and that's the point. Look, I want to impact. I believe in people. I don't know how to make a collective change, and it relaxes the heck out of me to go, okay, you don't have to know how to make collective change. Oh, thank goodness. Whew. But boy, I believe in the power of the human spirit and mind and heart. And I believe that I can have a hand in helping us understand that the real music of life is that selfish and selfless are not contradictions. Responsibility and freedom are not butting heads.
Mm.
Doing for someone else today pays us selfishly back tomorrow. Doing for ourselves now can be what's best for the most amount of people.
Yeah.
Those two are not making
right.
money. For profit does not mean you can't do good. You can't make good change. You can fill a souls account and a bank account at the same time.
I like that.
Now, we're gonna fill. I can see. We can preach about filling the souls account, but in today's world, until you're filling that bank account, everyone's just going to go, yeah, great idea. Love it.
Yeah.
Bye. You better fill the damn bank account. So let's own up to that and not make those two a contradiction and go, okay.
I think it's one of the coolest things business owners can do. I mean, if you have a purpose and you want to make an impact in the world and you realize, it takes resources to advance that purpose. It takes troops on the ground. Who's going to feed those troops? How do we get the troops to the point of need? Well, we have to have a business and we have to have a profit and we have to use that for the greater good. It's a bad stigma that's gotten out there that somehow capitalism is greedy. The stuff that makes the headlines is the stories where capitalism was abused and it was greedy, right? But so many small business owners, men and women listening to this podcast, they've got hearts of gold. And they're investing so much of their profit back into the business to provide more jobs or into the community that they're serving and helping. And I really think they are a key to healing this country and getting us back on track.
I hear you. I mean, I would say, and I got very smart people that say don't necessarily agree with you, but I'll throw it out there anyway, because again, this may be one of those ideas I still need to add on to have more people agree with it. But what's this year shown us? No trust in leadership. What do we believe in? We thought the people at the top hoped, kind of relied, passively thought they knew what they were talking about. I never in my life have felt more like, oh my gosh, on certain subjects at certain times this year, I feel like I'm on the front line of the knowledge. Because I was talking to the right people and thinking like, oh, well, everyone must know this, and sharing things, people going, oh, I had no idea. I'm going, you didn't? And then finding out that certain people that I trusted in, like, well, obviously they know. They were going, they didn't know. I'm like, wait a minute. How did I get this information? By not in my limited access that was reliable in a year where people that we look forward to that are in much more leadership positions than I'm in didn't have reliable information. I was like confounded this year, but we kind of sobered up.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I believe right now the private sector has more actually, in a way, power and leverage than ever before, because there's more talk about breaking out of that mold we were talking about and going your own way, and less of the construct of government telling, no, you can't. They've already defined. Those walls aren't even clear. Those boundaries are not, those fences are broken down. You know what I mean? There's escape routes out of the lane they're telling us to stay in all over the place now. And it's a great time to take advantage of those, for them people to sit back and go, well, the individual sector, the private sector, the small business is showing us the way.
Right.
More of these are individually coming out, and this is making collective change because more of them have broken out of the pasture.